Welcome back, guys, to the very last video of this week. A usual Saturday, I started off my training with a bit of deadlifts, since I've been training my glutes and hamstrings a lot lately. I also seem to have a lot of improvements in my conventional deadlifts. I just like to throw in a few reps before I go into my main sets. It's like I'm doing a hip thrust. It's a good exercise to waken up my glutes. Now, this is a setup that I saw on Instagram yesterday. It kind of made me know how to do the slack out. If you take a look carefully at my setup, I am not bending my knees until I get into my position, and then I'll just pull my hamstrings until I feel the tension in my legs, and then start the deadlift. And for my junkie friends out there, I am not drinking energy drinks anymore, at least for today. I went for a Powerade. I tried the setup one last time before I went into my top set, and it felt promising. I don't know if I'm staying with this setup, but for some warm-ups, it's decent. So this is my very first set of the day. 175 kilos loaded on the bar, and I'm trying to keep my upper body upright as possible. I'm trying to just push my legs into the ground. In terms of range of motion, my range of motion is much longer now, which means it's not the most efficient way to do a deadlift, but in terms of stability and balance, it's a win, I would say. Second set of the day, I can see that my spine is quite neutral, so I'm getting my round back fixed, and yeah, also decent pull. I have the feeling that I can really thrust my hips inside without having any balance problems. So yeah, my deadlifts are definitely improving. As much as it is hard to fix your techniques and form in terms of powerlifting, another thing which is quite hard to reconstruct or remodel is your personality. I have been a people satisfier for a very long time, if this word even exists. I just thought it up right this moment, but yeah. I used to have very low self confidence, and I was always of how people judged me. And yeah, this is something that I'm trying to let go. It's not easy. I used to get stressed out a lot when I knew the decisions that I were making for myself could make people unhappy. And I used to prioritize the happiness of other people in front of mine just because I didn't want to get this bad feeling of, okay, I'm disappointing someone, you know? This is the old me that lived in Korea, and since I've lived here in Germany, I kind of learned that you are the only one responsible for your own happiness. And for the same reason, I think other people don't expect me to make their lives happy, and this is also not my job. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that kindness is unnecessary. I've always learned from my parents that being kind and generous to other people is the most important feature of humanity, and I am really proud and also grateful that I was allowed to learn these aspects from my parents. Where I'm really trying to get to is that if the fact that you're trying to satisfy people is making you unhappy, this isn't the right choice. Kindness is not supposed to be something enormous and gigantic. This morning I saw a young lady sitting in front of the supermarket. She's probably homeless, so I just decided to buy a few snacks and I shared it with her. I didn't really have time to sit down and share it with her, but yeah, this is basically what kind of brightened my day. I didn't do a lot, but the act of caring somehow enlightened my day, and I'm really happy that I did this. So, this is basically who I am. I get satisfied when the others are satisfied by my actions. So I thought I would talk about my deadlift for a second. If you've been following my videos, you probably know that I've been doing a lot of tests, different positions, different setups to optimize my deadlift. And I loaded 175 on the bar. Your technical difficulties seem to make the biggest difference at your grind set, at your grind rep. And that was kind of what happened in my last few sets, I would say. Usually when I struggle in the deadlift, I still manage to pull the bar up, and then I'll have problems with the balancing. I'll just fall in front because my center of mass is concentrated on the front side, not on the line where I'm trying to pull the deadlift. Today, I had the feeling that the bar was still on track, so it was still on the axis that it was supposed to be, and it was just me trying to do a leg press against the ground, so to say. So that was the old me in the gym, interrupting my beautiful story. Anyways, coming back to the topic, I'm just trying to say that I'm trying to be a better version of myself, not only at the gym, but also in society. I'm just trying to be a kind person, and there is no regret whatsoever. I'm being honest. Now, I am coming to the harder part of the story, which is to be a kind person to myself. This, I haven't achieved it yet. I am afraid to say that I can be very harsh on myself sometimes because somehow the standards on myself seems to be much higher than the expectations that I have from other people. And this is something I'm trying to fix. It's actually kind of hilarious that I can bind up my pieces of life into one huge story that I'm trying to tell. This kind of explains why I had very low self-confidence because I was never really satisfied with myself, you know? I always thought being confident about oneself is a toxic personality that you can have, and I didn't really want this. I don't know why, but I was really afraid of being confident about myself. I think I kind of talked about this in one of the videos before, that I think the difference between arrogance and confidence is a very thin layer. And probably this is why I was reassuring myself that I should not be proud of myself, which is a wrong approach, but somehow it stuck on me for a very long time. I'm really happy that I'm using YouTube as a platform to talk about my thoughts. The training itself is a camouflage. I'm actually here to do a podcast. It's also kind of the reason why I told you guys that I won't be making a lot of videos that I did in the first few weeks, because this is very time consuming. I am not a person that will just upload my videos even when I'm not satisfied with the results, so I'm just trying to make some decent quality videos. Maybe next week I will even have to reduce the amount of videos I'm uploading per week, but I just want the videos to mean something to you guys as well when you watch the video. So I'm not trying to do a mass production of bingeable bullshits. When I post a video, it's definitely because I have something to talk about. I don't necessarily think that making YouTube videos at the moment is a job or a task for me, because I'm enjoying the process itself. Surprisingly, YouTube has been recommending me a lot of motivational speeches, not only motivational speeches, but in general, how people talk about life and how they think about their lives. And this is helping me a lot. I get a lot of positive feedbacks from my friends as well. And I talk about these topics with them as well, not only in my videos, but in real life. So I can definitely say that I'm investing my time for self-development. I didn't really have a chance to talk with a lot of people about my inner thoughts, and YouTube is allowing me to do that, you know? Surprisingly, there are much more people in the world that share the same problems and pain that you are going through at the moment. So you just need to find the right people. You are never alone in this world. I'm getting used to this exercise, this movement, and today I'm gonna do 25 seconds of each leg. I think there isn't a one-way solution for the problems that we have in our lives, because, you know, some people will just tell you to shut up and man up. I really think that it depends on which situation you are in, and I think silencing the inner noises of yourself and being able to man up is also a very strong aspect of what you can be. When I try to link this story with the gym, because I'm a fucking gym addict, for some people, the overhead barbell press is going to be the way to increase their strength in their shoulders. But for others, maybe just doing with the dumbbells is going to be the way, you know? We are all born from different mothers and in different time zones, in different countries. We are not the same. There isn't going to be this one specific treatment for every single person. So, you know, you just gotta find it out. You just gotta test things out until you find your own prescription, you know? I'm not trying to sound like an old man giving you life advices or anything, but in my opinion, I really think that mental health is somehow neglected very much nowadays. And as much as we love our body, we should invest enough time for our mental health as well. I'm really trying not to laugh at the moment because me myself a few years ago, if he was looking at what I'm doing at the moment, he would just mock me so hard. I used to make fun of influencers on Instagram or YouTube that would talk about your souls, about your mental health, because I thought that is only for the weak, for people who are not capable of getting their shit together. But somehow I just got to let go of my ego and learn that I am not the man with the mentality of steel. I thought there isn't anything that could hurt me mentally because I thought I've been through a lot of difficult situations in my life. And yet I managed to find a hill and rode all the way down last year. So I'm not embarrassed that I'm talking about my thoughts and my insecurities in front of you guys, you know? It's only going to make me stronger. The same reason why I'm posting my weak ass videos of me doing how many chin ups am I doing? 7? That's weak. But I'm still showing you because next week I know I'm gonna do better. Bravery is when you're not afraid to show who you are. By speaking in front of the camera and showing my training sessions to you guys, I'm just forcing myself to be better each session, and I'm constantly throwing myself into the deep cold ice water because I know that one day I will be able to be proud of myself, and I'm trying to get there. So guys, if you still haven't hit the gym today, do it. This is not only going to influence your body in a better way, but it's going to make you build a stronger mind. A stronger mind will lead to a stronger body. Alright, that's enough for today, I guess. Thank you very much for watching my video until the end. If you guys are still watching and listening to my podcasts until the very end of this video, it probably means that I have somehow caught your attention in the last few videos of me talking about my life, probably my lift as well, but I really appreciate the fact that you guys decided to stay and to listen to a story of a non-special human being. Even a very short comment of you guys saying, I enjoyed your video, is being a huge motivation for me, and I'm really enjoying life lately. I just like the fact that I am also contributing to the happiness of your lives. As I told you, I am a people satisfier. I wish you guys a very nice weekend, and I'll come back next week. Peace, guys.